welcome to this very first live stream on the channel. I'm very excited to be doing this. Also a bit nervous. Usually I can edit out mistakes or mishaps, and I can re-record the whole thing if it turns out to be a disaster. Not so much today, since everything is live. So today's plan is that there's first going to be a short introduction. Then, as the sun rises above Berlin, where Adam Somu is located, at 7:47, he'll start his temae, which will be a Öda Sokoryu adaptation for the occasion. And then, about halfway through his temae, I'm gonna start my own temae, which is based on Urasenke. Again, some adaptation because of today's event, and since there's no guest in this event. Then in the end, we're gonna have a short discussion about where are we going from here, what's the next project we want to do, and how can you join in that project. So as I said, today will be an opportunity to see the temae of two different schools, but with some slight modifications. If you're in YouTube, you should be able to access the chat. We'll keep an eye on the chat during the event. Feel free to ask questions, give comments, feedbacks in the chat, and we'll see if we can get along to answering them either while we're live or afterwards. So my good friend Adam Somu will be joining us very soon. The basis for this event is his ID. He was reading Nampo Roku and was inspired by an entry there. We'll go into that a little bit later. He was thinking that we celebrate calendar New Year with a very formal event, Hatsudate. Usually tea groups will serve tenshin with sake, have handmade omogashi, serve koicha, usucha, maybe even do a charcoal temae. But he was thinking that since we do that for calendar New Year, maybe do something different for Lunar New Year. So based on the Namporoku entry, he came up with the idea of just enjoying a tea at sunrise alone, but knowing that a lot of other people are doing the exact same thing at their sunrise. So with that, I wanna get Adam on. Welcome, Adam.
Hi, Marius.
How are you doing this morning?
Production. Oh, okay. I was out doing a bit of tea and techno last night. So in the hour of sleep that I've had, there's been a light dusting of snow. So it's a beautiful start to the new year.
So we did have a long talk about this Kaiki entry in episode 98 of the podcast tlife.audio. But I think it would be good to go through it again and just give people an update on what it's all about for those who didn't listen to the episode.
Okay, well, the Kaiki entry is from a Lunar New Year's tea by Rikyu, the man himself. He noted that he was in the chashitsu by himself, so kyakunashi, and he prepared obukucha in a yojohan room. That's a 4.5 mat tatami room, which you're in at the moment. I'm in an improvised setup of one daimyo denim mat.
Yeah, I understand obukucha can be interpreted a few different ways.
There's many schools that share this tradition, and depending on the region of Japan, the ingredients in the obukucha, you put ingredients in the tea. So I'm going to put a umeboshi, a sweet black bean, and some sansho in my tea when I drink it today. And that's what we do in the Ueda Sokoryu, but I'm aware that other schools do it differently with kombu, etc.
So the meaning of obukucha, what is that?
That also depends on which tradition you follow. There's a few different stories or legends. The one that I like is the monk, Pure Land Buddhist monk Kuya, went around Japan in the time of famine and plague, so double whammy for Japan at that time. It was in the 900s, and he was praying the Namu Amida Butsu, praying for Amida Buddha to be with the people, save them, and he also started incorporating tea into this. So he'd make tea, offer the tea to the Buddha, and then he'd take that tea and serve it to the people. And a lot of people got better after having this tea. So it got a good reputation. It's a good thing to do. And the O Buku Cha is O as in honorific. That's an honorific marker. Bu is for the Buddha. Ku is a dedication. And Cha is tea. So tea that's dedicated to the Buddha. But there's other ways you write this. And so, for instance, in the Wada Soka, we write it O Buku Cha, which is tea of great prosperity. So it's something that we make at the start of the year to hope ourselves and our guests have a year of good health and prosperity.
Okay, so what else was Ricky doing according to the Namporok?
So he had kind of pretty wabi setup going on, but also a tenmoku chawan with a tenmoku stand that he notes there, which is something that PT people do. Doesn't really go with a wabi setting. When you have a tenmoku chawan, it's usually in a more formal environment, which is quite nice. The hanging scroll is a painting of an immortal by the Chinese ink painter Mokke. The kama was his famous Unyu gama, so you might imagine it's a hanging kettle over the hearth.
Unfortunately, none of us have the hanging kettle accessible where we are at the present.
Wouldn't it be nice?
It would be.
And Mizusashi was Tsurube Mizusashi, made famous by Jo and taken to the next level by Rikyu. So it's a square bucket, just a plain wood bucket, and he's put some string around there, the shimenawa, and also having the paper, the shide, lightning bolts coming down around the water to signify that it's wakamizu, which is the water drawn just before the sunrise. He's got noted that his chaire is his famous shiribukura, or the fat-bottomed chaire. Freddie Mercury's movie is so popular at the moment. It's a good chaire for today. And the chawan specifically is the Yakushido Tenmoku. So Yakushi Nyora is the medicine Buddha. So that relates to the Obukucha. So maybe he selected this chawan to relate that to Obukucha more strongly.
Yeah, to the offering to the Buddha. I understand you haven't been able to find exactly what this chawan is. So
Yeah. If anybody knows, hey, this is my opportunity. Hey, I get to reach out. Yeah. If anybody has more detailed information on this Yakushido Tenmoku chawan that Ricky uses about 13 times in his tea records, please send me some information because it would help my translations greatly. And the hanaire was a tsurukubi, which is a crane's neck shape, so lovely, long, thin crane's neck expands out at the bottom. And he had an ume plum in there, which is very fitting for the time of year, the Lunar New Year. You want the ume flower, a strong representation of the New Year. And then the last note is I prepared sumi using tefukube sumitori, which is a basket for the charcoal, and it's just a dried gourd, taken all the contents out, left a thin strip where the vine would have been attached.
To the handle. That's great. And for those who want a much longer discussion on this kaiki and how each element has inspired Adam to get to this event, episode 98 of T-Life Audio, freely available on either tlife.audio, which is a web page, or iTunes. So I think we're gonna let Adam do his preparation, and then we'll cut back to him very soon. So while Adam is preparing for his tea, he's, as we said, Ueda Sokoryu teacher, which is a warrior style tea based out of Hiroshima. One of the things, as he mentioned, that they do is that during this obukucha they will put ume sancho and black bean into the tea. So if you look carefully on his chabako, you'll see he has a little container for these items, and you'll see him putting them into his tea. As far as I know, Urasenke doesn't do this. There's many packages that you can buy of these three items that are for good luck and good health, that people use for various purposes, but I've never heard of Urasenki putting them actually into their tea. So I'll not be doing that. I'll be doing a regular Hakobi koicha, which is one of my favorite temae. It's simple and it ends up in me having koicha, which is always pleasant. So hopefully Adam is about ready, and we'll change to his location. しまいにいたします。 fixa det. Okay. So how was that, Adam?
That was pretty nice.
It was quite fun.
It was the feeling of people looking in on your temae it spreads the atmosphere. It's like when your orientation is usually rather straight, like right in front of you when you're doing temae for one, but the orientation of the spirit felt like it was reaching out, which was a lovely feeling. Yeah. I know what my students feel like when we're doing cake on that. It's like this crazy ether. You don't know where things are going.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, it's good to see you doing. I want to have another bowl of tea, mate.
I had a rather large bowl of tea. So I think this was a success. I'm hoping we can do other things in the future. So in 181 days specifically, you've been doing the Hiroshima Memorial 24 hours tea a few years, which is very tough on your body, and and I'm hoping that we could share the burden or share the joy of remembering something we want to never happen again. So my hope is that we can do like what we did now, but patching in people from all around the world. So each person doing a temae, and then we're showing them live on here, so that everybody can participate.
Dedicating a bowl of tea for the memory of Hiroshima.
Yes.
So it never happens again, crazy people.
Yes. Please, let's avoid that. And the tragic bomb hit 8:15 on 16th of August. So what we're thinking is that we should start 12 hours before and continue 12 hours afterwards. And to make this work, we're gonna need a lot of people that are willing to do temae. So we hope people are willing. Nothing needs to be perfect. Like today, there were probably heaps of mistakes or adaptations in what we did today. It's the spirit that counts, sharing the tea, encouraging something to not happen again. And technology-wise, if you have an iPad, an iPhone, or a Mac with a web camera, you're all set. We'd need to do a little bit setup and rehearsal in advance, but that shouldn't take more than a couple of hours. And since there's 4,347 hours to go, we should be able to fit it in there somewhere.
In 2016 in Melbourne, when I was doing it, Erica beamed in, I think around 2 a.m. in the morning from the South Pole. So there's the first sparks of something like this.
Yeah, I think that would be great. So if you're interested in joining, or if your group is interested in joining, that would be even better if we could have like this group from this country is cooperating in doing it. And then get in contact, either just comment underneath in the chat, or we're on Facebook, we are on tlife.audio. Yeah, basically we're all around the place, so it should be easy to get hold of us.
24 hours for Hiroshima on the 6th of August.
Yes. So I think that's it for today. Thank you for doing this occasion with us. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had a lot of fun.
I had a great time.
Okay.
Tea and techno.
Thank you.
Thank you.